Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Martin is Probably Playing It Wrong. And today I'm probably playing wrong a game called Don't Let It Die. And this is a game, it is a survival crafting game set in the Stone Age, the Neanderthal age. And this is by Dustin Hendrickson. And it's going to hit Kickstarter in a couple of days on October 22nd, 2019. Okay, so let's quickly take you on a tour of what's going on here. So you have a tribe of Neanderthals, and they are down here on the bottom of the screen here. So let's get this going for you. So here are our Neanderthals, and basically lightning has struck a nearby tree which has made fire. So we have a fire pit here, and this is the first time your tribe is encountering fire. So your group here, this is a co-op game by the way, your group must now work together to keep this fire going for 14 days. And to also acquire the knowledge represented by these fire knowledge points to be able to learn how to make fire on your own. So you have 14 days to learn how to start your own fire before a massive flood will come along, drown the valley. And very dramatic here, I'm reading from the rules here by Dustin, extinguishes humanity's one chance at becoming the apex predator and escaping extinction. So it's pretty dramatic. Now, what is standing in your way here? So basically, you've got these, every round, you're going to have a night event. And the night events are there to make your task more difficult, to stand in your way. They are either negative or neutral. So those are going to happen. We'll show you a little bit later on what happens with the night event. So your Neanderthals, you have a team of Neanderthals. There are 17, I believe, to choose from. So I've selected 4. And so, for example, let me show you here. Let me pull this up and not move things too far away. Here's Tara. Okay, and Tara starts with 6 health. So let me move max health over here, and 5 stamina. And Tara has some special abilities here. She gains 2 stamina when gaining hit points from eating berries once per day. So she's more efficient. She gains more stamina from eating berries. She can take 1 berry when drawing a forage card. And she can spend 2 stamina to heal any character for 1 hit point. So those are Tara's starting abilities. So every character will have a starting health and a starting stamina. And stamina is what allows you to do actions during the day phase where you start. We've also got here Grub. So Grub cannot perform the hunting action. So there are decks here that represent certain actions that certain characters can do. There's Gather, Forage, Hunt, and Harvest. And we'll get into that a little bit later on. Now, nicely, Grub immediately escapes all danger cards. So doing these things, gathering, foraging, harvesting, hunting, that's dangerous. But Grub is very fast. So he can immediately escape all danger cards, which is good because his starting health is only 4 and his starting stamina is only 7. So it's good that he's fast. Over here is Ajax. He's kind of like the opposite of Grub. He can spend 2 stamina to heal for 2 hit points once per day. And when Ajax draws a Beast Danger card, he instantly kills it and takes 1 meat. And he doesn't take any damage from that. So he's kind of like the tank of the group here. And he can have 2 tool items equipped. And he starts with 8 health and 5 stamina. So he can't do as much during the day, but he's very, very healthy. And finally, we have Nibna, the 4th member of our group here. Nibna starts with 7 health, 6 stamina, and when Nibna eats food and her hit points is down to 1, the food heals for double once per day. She can take 2 hit points of damage to heal the rest of the group, everybody else, 1 hit point. And she starts with a bag, which is very nice. So part of the game here is you can craft items, such as this bag over here, and the bag will make you more efficient at drawing, gathering berries. And normally you would need to spend 2 fiber and 1 animal skin or hide to craft this bag, but Nibda gets it for free at the start of the game. So that's very, very good. Cool. So basically you've got your team, you've got these cards that you can draw from, you've got this is kind of like a tech tree. It's called the Fire Knowledge Tree. And we're playing on easy difficulty right now. These are things that you can spend your Fire Knowledge points on to unlock, to make things easier for your tribe. And you start here. The first thing you can unlock is Warmth 1. And that it's kind of like the dependencies here. So once you unlock that, you could unlock this warmth 2. You could unlock this cooking 1. Unlocking warmth gives you more max stamina. Unlocking cooking allows you to be more efficient at recovering hit points from berries or other types of food here. And eventually, you want to be able to spend 15 fire knowledge points to unlock the fire starter knowledge, and that's when you win the game. But of course, being able to spend 15 fire knowledge points, that's a big deal, and we have to get to there. But that is our journey here, unlocking items on the fire knowledge tree. So there's a bit of a tech tree to unlock as well. Finally, there's items here that you can craft. So starting with a club is the first thing that you can craft by spending 1 wood. This will give you more damage and more range, but -1 max stamina because it's heavy to carry a club. And there's other things here that you can craft, but you have to unlock technologies first to allow you to craft those things. So we'll get into that hopefully a little bit later on. Here are our tokens. We've got our first player marker here. So Tara is going to be the first player. So I think that we've got enough knowledge to start playing the game. So we start with the day phase, right? And in the day phase, during the day, the starting character will spend their stamina points to perform actions, which are nicely kind of summarized for you here on this player helper card that comes with the game. You got free actions that don't take any stamina. You can eat food, you can add wood to the fire, or you can spend your fire knowledge points. 1 stamina, you can cook food as long as you've unlocked the cooking technology. Or for 2 stamina, you could forage or gather. But remember, these are also dangerous. So there's a kind of a push your luck element there. And for 3 stamina, you could investigate fire, roll the fire die, and see how many fire knowledge points you can potentially get. So there's a little bit of randomness there. You could craft an item by, if you have the resources, you could spend the resources to craft an item. You could harvest or you could hunt. Now, harvesting requires that you already have a tool. Hunting requires that you have a weapon. So none of our team has any tools or weapons right now. Well, I misspoke. Nibna has a tool. She has a bag. So Nibna, because she's starting with a bag, could already potentially start the harvesting. She could do that action. Cool. So let's start, right? Starting with Tara. So Tara's got 7, or rather 6. No, she starts with 5 stamina. So she's got 5 stamina. So the first thing Tara wants to do, I think, is she wants to try to research fire. So she will spend 3 stamina. 1, 2, 3. So she goes down to 2 stamina here. And she will roll the fire knowledge die. So let's see how much she can get. She gets 1. So she spent 3 stamina and she rolls a 1. So she can get 1 fire knowledge point, which she has right here, which is not enough to do anything else. And she no longer has enough stamina to roll that die again. So let's see, she has 2 stamina left, and let's see what she can do with 2 stamina. She could choose to draw a card from forage or gather. So maybe she'll try to forage, because right now she doesn't have any berries or fiber. And berries and fiber are good for recovering hit points. She's full up right now, although she could eat food, she could add wood, or she could spend fire knowledge. She doesn't have enough fire knowledge points to spend. She doesn't have any wood, so maybe she'll spend the 2 stamina to try to forage. Okay, so she'll spend the 2 stamina here. She now has 0 stamina here in the day phase. This is how she's spending her day. And she will forage. So here we go to the forage deck. And let's see what she finds. What does Tara find? She finds nothing. Oh, great. Well, she went out foraging and she came up empty. So that's that for Tara. She has no more stamina. That's how she spent her day. Let's move on to Grub. So Grub, just to remind ourselves, he cannot hunt, but he immediately escapes all danger, and he takes 1 fiber when drawing a gather card. So that's maybe something that we might want Grub to do, is draw a gather card. But right now, Grub's got 7 stamina, so let's see if he can help the team figure out this fire thing. So he's going to roll the fire knowledge dice. And he gets 3. Look at that. So he gets 3 fire knowledge points, which is very nice, in exchange for spending 3 stamina. 1, 2, 3. So he's down to 4. So he has 3 fire knowledge points right now, which is very, very good. And as a free action, he could spend those fire knowledge points to unlock something here on the fire knowledge tree. So the very, very first thing he can do is spend these 3 fire knowledge points to unlock, and you can flip this over and very nicely, it just says unlocked. He's unlocking Warmth 1, which gives everybody +1 maximum stamina. So thank you very much, Grub. So now we'll increase everybody's maximum stamina. So you gain the benefits of knowledge and technology instantly. So now everyone will have +1 maximum stamina. So everyone will be able to do more things. And Grub still has 4 stamina. So he could potentially roll the fire knowledge die again. Or he could go and, let's see, he could gather, because he immediately takes 1 fiber when drawing a gather card, no matter what. So that'll cost 2 stamina. So let's have Grub do that to take advantage of his special ability. We will spend 2 stamina. So he goes down to 2 stamina. And he will draw a gather card. So let's see what happens. Even before revealing this gather card, he already gets 1 fiber, because Grub is good at that. So here's his fiber, and he takes it. Now let's see what he gets for the gather. He gets 2 rocks. Oh, very good. Okay. We don't know what that's going to give us yet, but that sounds good. 2 rocks, 2 rocks. So he's got 2 rocks, and potentially a little later on, once he's got that in his personal stash, this rocks and fiber will help him craft things from the items that can be crafted once we unlock the technology. So there's a little bit of like interlocking mechanisms here, right? We can invest in technologies. We can spend resources to invest in unlocking technologies, which will then unlock higher level kind of like tools and weapons for us to become better hunter-gatherers, right? So that was Grub's action. We'll move on to Ajax. Remember, Ajax, his special abilities, he can spend 2 stamina and heal for 2 hit points once per day. If he draws a beast danger card, he instantly kills it and takes 1 meat and no damage. So he's awesome that way. And he can have 2 tool items equipped. He has 8 health and now 5 stamina, but his max went up to 6 because of the knowledge that his teammate Grub was able to unlock. So, okay, he's got 5 stamina right now. I think that it's probably a good thing for Ajax to also try to spend his stamina trying to figure out this fire thing. So 1, 2, 3, he goes down to 2 stamina, and he's going to roll the fire knowledge die over here. He gets 1 fire knowledge point. Okay. You've got that, Grub, or Ajax. He's got 2 stamina left. What can he do with 2 stamina? He can forage or he could gather. So let's see if he can gather. Let's try to gather. Okay, so we go to the gather deck, and let's see what Ajax comes up with. He finds a boar. Okay, a boar is I wonder if that is a beast danger card. Well, it says when Ajax draws a 1/1 beast danger card. Okay, so this is not a 1/1 beast danger card. This is a 2/2 boar card. So this is more than Ajax can handle here. And if he doesn't have a tool that equals or exceeds the life of the beast, he takes the damage. So he'll take 2 hit points of damage because he went gathering, and instead of finding anything, he found a wild boar that has damaged him. So his health, starting at 8, fortunately he has a lot of health. He takes 2 damage. So now he goes down to 6. There you go. He's still pretty healthy. He's still got, so that was the 2. So now he's out in terms of stamina, and I forgot to decrement Grub's stamina as well. So stamina represents how many actions you can perform in each day phase. And once you're down to stamina, you can no longer perform actions. That's really all it is, and you will regain your stamina later on in a future phase. Okay, so now we are down to Nibna. And remember, Nibna starts with a bag. So she's got a tool. And Nibna starts with 6 stamina. She's got 7 health. She's very efficient at eating. She gets a bonus from eating. And she could do damage to herself to heal the rest of the group. Not yet time to do that now. I think the group is still doing well on hit points. So let's see what fun stuff Nibna can do. Remember, she has 6 stamina. So I think, because since she has a tool, she could go and draw from the harvest deck, which nobody else can do right now because nobody else has a tool. So let's try to do that. Let's spend 3 stamina to draw from the harvest deck. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And so let's see. She's going to draw from the harvest deck. And let's see what happens. She gets 2 wood. Okay, go Nibna. Good for you. So she's got 2 wood over here. So that's pretty cool. So that's already enough for Nibna to be able to craft. She can, she could craft. Let's see, how much does it cost to craft things? Oh, 3. It costs 3 stamina to craft an item. And once you have that, for example, Nibna could craft. She has enough resources to be able to craft a club. And that could go in her weapon slot, right? But she would get -1 max stamina. And without that costs 3 stamina, which she does have. So I think we'll do that. She will spend 1 of her wood over here to craft a club. So she spends that. And that costs her remaining 3 stamina. 1, 2, 3. So she's down to 0. But now she's got this club, which gives her extra damage and extra range, but -1 max stamina. So her max stamina was boosted up to 7 by Grub's action. It now goes back down to 6. But now she has a club and she has a bag. She is a proper Neanderthal. And so now that everyone has done their day phase actions and spent all of their stamina, and if you have any remaining stamina, you can't use that anymore after the day phase. So now we go to the night phase. And what does the night phase look like? In the night phase, after all players have completed their day phase actions, we draw a night event card. So these cards create obstacles. So let's draw a night event card and see what comes up. Okay, we have a thick fog rolls into the valley, making it almost impossible to see. You may not perform any harvest or hunt actions during the next day phase. Okay, so no harvest or hunt. It's a good thing this came now because it's not yet possible for most of our Neanderthals to do the harvest or hunt actions because they don't have the tools or the items, except for Nibna here. So this doesn't affect us as much as it could have, but that's still something to keep in mind. For the next day phase, we can't do harvest or hunt action. So that was the first night event. There's many more and many worse night events. So that was the night phase. And so now we move on to the morning phase. And the events of the morning phase are kind of listed here on the Tree of Life. Okay, so the first thing is we remove 1 wood from the fire pit. So 1 wood goes away. So we're down to 2 wood on the fire pit here. Increase the day count by 1. So now it's day 2. Each character takes 1 damage. So from the night, it's life is rough over here. So Tara goes down to 5 hit points. Grub goes down to 3 hit points. Ajax goes down to 5 hit points. And Nibna goes down to 6 hit points. There you go. Refresh up to maximum stamina. So everybody goes up to their new maximum, thanks to Grub unlocking that warmth technology. Now everybody's gone to max stamina once again. Now, except for Nibna, who lost 1 stamina because of her club. Cool, so now everybody can do slightly more things with their stamina. We can trade items as desired between characters and then pass this first player marker to the left. So I'm passing it now, and Grub's going to be the first player. Now, Grub already has 1 fiber and 2 stone. It doesn't allow him to craft anything yet. So I don't know. Well, although, look, Tara's got 1 fire knowledge point, and Ajax has a fire knowledge point. Individually, they can't do anything, but they can say, hey, Grub, we'll share our fire knowledge points with you. And then Grub, if you spend some stamina to try to do some fire knowledge, if you get at least 1 more, you can then immediately spend those fire knowledge to unlock another technology on the fire knowledge tree. So I think that's a good move. That'll be the way to go. And that's all the trading that I want to do during this phase. Cool. So he's going to hang on to his rock and his fiber, and now he's got 2 fire knowledge points, 1 from Tara, 1 from Ajax. Okay, great. So we have concluded the morning phase, and so now we move on to the next day phase. Okay? So here we go. Let us go back to the day phase. Grub is now the first player. Grub has 8 stamina. He's going to spend 3, 1, 2, 3, goes down to 5 stamina to roll this fire knowledge die and see if he can get at least 1 more fire knowledge. He gets 3. Lucky roll over there. So now he gets 3 fire knowledge. Very cool. And he's going to spend these right off the bat. So he's going to spend these 3 to unlock, let's see, does he want to unlock more warmth or cooking? I think right now, well, he's got to spend 4 to unlock warmth. Whereas if he spends 3 over here, he can unlock cooking berries. Cooking berries. I think since he's already got enough fire knowledge, he'll spend the 4 to unlock warmth 2. So there you go. So now everybody gets +1 max stamina again. Thank you very much to Grub. Grub is like the technology master right now. So everybody's got maximum +1 maximum stamina. Great. And increasing in stamina means everybody can do more things. And Grub still has 5 stamina. So what can he do? What can he do? And he's got 1 fire knowledge point left. So he could still go 1, 2, 3, go down to 2 stamina, and roll this fire die again. This fire knowledge die. He gets 2. Look at that. He gets 2 more, plus the 1 that he has left, and he could unlock cooking. Or he could save this to unlock warmth 3. I think, you know what, he's going to not hoard his knowledge right now. He's going to share his knowledge and unlock cooking 1. So now we can cook berries. And cooking berries makes them more efficient at healing our hit points. So this is for the future. And he's still got 2 stamina left. So what can he do with 2 stamina? He could forage or he could gather, which we can do because the night event only bars us from doing harvest or hunt. And Grub immediately escapes all danger cards. He can't hunt anyway based on his innate character abilities. He's got 3 hit points. And if he gathers, he'll take a fiber. So I think, you know what, Grub is going to gather. He's the gather guy. So as soon as he takes a gather card, without even knowing what's on this card, he takes another fiber. So he's the fiber guy right now. And let's see what he gets. Danger, Sabertooth. And he would have normally taken 2 damage. He doesn't have a weapon that equals this, but he immediately escapes all danger cards. So Grub sees a Sabertooth tiger and runs away. So there you go. Cool. And that was all of his stamina. So now that Grub has got his action down, now let's see what Ajax wants. Ajax wants to do. Ajax has 6 stamina. I think he'll spend 3, 1, 2, 3, to roll this fire knowledge point die. He gets 2 fire knowledge points right off the bat. He doesn't have any in reserve, so he's got 2. And he's got 3 stamina left, so he could choose to roll that fire knowledge die again, and that would be the last thing that he does in this round. So I think he'll do that. 1, 2, 3. Everybody's teaming up to try to get fire knowledge and unlock these technologies. Ah, look at that. A lucky roll. He gets 3 fire knowledge points. Cool. So no need to even put these, to take these out. He has 3, plus the 2 that he's got. He could very well unlock, there's 3 over there, plus the 2 that he's got. He's going to unlock warmth 3 and give everybody maximum stamina, +1. So Tara goes up to 8 maximum stamina. Grub goes up, he's maxed out, he's at 10 maximum stamina. Ajax goes up to 8. Nibna goes up to 8. Great. So that was all of Ajax's moves, but he's unlocked more technologies here on the Fire Knowledge Tree, and he's given everybody more stamina. And finally, what is Nibna going to do? She has 6 stamina. She's also got a club, and she's got a bag. And she's got some wood here. If she unlocks crafting 1, she'll be able to do some interesting stuff. Crafting 1 is this over here. So for example, you could craft a bag, or you could craft a rock knife with 1 fiber and 2 rock, which Grub has that already. He could do a rock knife. So that might be an interesting thing to do. So looks like Nibna is going to try to get some fire knowledge for 3 stamina. So she goes down. Let's see. Let's drop her down from 6 to 5, 4, 3. She's spent 3 stamina, and she's going to research fire. And she gets nothing on her first roll over there. Well, so that sucks. That sucks. She's still got 3 stamina left. She could try again. Or she could do interesting stuff with her club and her bag. Let's see. She's got 3 stamina left. She could try to harvest, or she could try to hunt. Let's try, you know what? Let's spend 3 stamina. 1, 2, 3. And let's go hunting. So she's going to draw from the deck here. And she finds 2 hide. Okay. So she'll grab 2 hide from here. So she now has a wood and 2 hides. So a successful hunting trip for Nibna. And now we move on to Tara. So Tara has 6 stamina. So let's spend 3 stamina to research fire. 1, 2, 3. And she gets 1 fire knowledge point. Okay, we've got the 1 fire knowledge point for Tara. So she has the ability to spend 3 again and take more fire knowledge. Nobody else has fire knowledge right now. She's got a lot of health. So I think it's time for her to try to get some more fire knowledge. So spend more of your day trying to get more fire knowledge here, Tara. She gets another 1. Okay, so that's 2 fire knowledge. That is halfway to getting us to unlock crafting 1. Okay, so now all of our characters have done their second day phase. So now it is time for the night phase. We draw the top card of the night event deck. It says, a rival tribe snuck into your camp and tried to steal your fiber. Roll the fire die and remove that many fiber tokens from the group's supply. Well, that's not great. We only have 2 fiber over here. So roll the fire die, and now we want to roll low. Ideally, we'd like to roll nothing. Yeah, look at that, nothing. That tribe snuck in. They tried to steal our fiber. They didn't get anything. Oops, sorry about that. So that was the next night event. And so far, we're escaping lucky here. And so now we'll do the next morning phase. Remove wood count from the fire pit. The wood is down to 1. Well, it's a good thing we've got some wood over here, so we'll be able to at least put some wood in the fire. Increase the day count, so now we're on day 3. Refresh, each character takes 1 damage. So Nibna takes down to 5. Ajax down to 4. Grub is down to 2. Blinking, emergency, he's down to 2 hit points. And Tara is down to 4. And refresh everybody up to maximum stamina, which is now at least 2 points higher for everybody because of Grub. Or is it 3 points higher because of Grub than starting? Grub is our stamina technology buffer right now. Very cool. So now people can do more things because of Grub's focus on unlocking technologies, and then trade items as desired. So we've got fire knowledge points over here. I think we'll move them to Ajax because he's starting off. So he might be able to get 2 more fire knowledge points in his turn and unlock the first crafting technology over there. Grub's got 2 fiber and 2 stone. Nibna's got, maybe he'll move his stuff over to Nibna, so that if Grub is able to unlock crafting 1, then Nibna will be able to start to craft something for somebody else. You know what? Actually, what we'll do is we'll give Nibna's hide to Grub. Okay, that's what we'll do. Because Nibna's full up. She's got a weapon and a tool over here, so she has no more slots. We'll give that stuff to Grub. I think that's, and the last thing we do is we pass the first player token to the left. And so now it goes to Ajax. All right, and now we are ready to start our day phase for day 3. And now that you guys have seen a little bit of how the game plays, I'm going to pause right now, and I will add on the end of the game a little later on. But for right now, I'm giving you an idea of how the game Don't Let It Die is played. You've got some tech tree unlocking. You've got some decks here to gather, to forage, to harvest, to hunt. There's some dangers in there. You've got some crafting going on. We were able to craft a club. And there's a bunch of other cards to craft here. You've got the night events deck that gives you various dangers to overcome. And it's co-op and it's solo play. For solo play, you do play 4 characters, but I don't think there's much bookkeeping involved in keeping those 4 characters running, and you have a very helpful kind of player helper sheet here that tells you what you can do with all the stamina you have. So far, I'm liking this game. I'm very interested in it. It's a very different game from any other game I've played, and it gives me kind of like the ability to. It's very interesting to me to unlock items in the tech tree here. And it's also, I like the feeling that we're doing things, we're spending stamina to do things during the day, which is giving me ideas for my own game designs. And yeah, so I'm kind of liking this feel so far, and I'm motivated to play some more. So that is what we have so far for Don't Let It Die. Don't Let It Die, a game by Dustin Hendrickson. And it is once again coming to Kickstarter on Tuesday, October the 22nd.